guys, hope you're all doing well. So I'm coming to you with a small beauty haul. Wanted to share some things that I've purchased over the past couple weeks. I like to, I've been doing less hauls, but I do like to do a haul, like a collective haul before I kind of put things away and everything. I don't know, just collectively show you what's new in my collection and things like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So these items are from Ulta, Sephora, and the Colourpop website, which it isn't much, but it's enough nonetheless. I'm going to start with some things that, ooh, I have a piece of hair. I'm going to start with some things that you've probably already seen in a few videos. A video or two here and there. And that is my two new Huda products from Huda Beauty. I picked up the Overachiever Concealer. This is a high coverage concealer. I have the shade Salted Caramel. And this, you can see this concealer in action. I have a Get Ready With Me using these products. This concealer is definitely a high coverage concealer. I do enjoy this coverage. I like the fact that it is, what is that word I'm looking for? Emollient, almost a little sticky. It reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pot Concealers or the NYX full coverage concealer in the squeezy tube. It reminds me of that in consistency. It gives really nice coverage. This was 30 bucks at Sephora-ish, 20 something bucks. I do wish that the color range was a little bit more, not diverse, because they have deeper shades and lighter shades, but like the undertones, there's not much in this category that's like warm that I like to highlight under the eyes with. This works really well, but it's not light enough, and it's light, but it's not light enough for me. And let me just show it to you. And the ones that were light enough, this is like a natural highlight for me. It's like a natural brightening. But the ones that were a little bit lighter or pinkier, I like a nice yellow based one under my eyes. So that's something you got to be careful of. Really check the undertones. Check that's what you check if that's, you know, what you want. But the coverage is nice. It sets really well. This one reacts really well to baking. If you bake this one, you're gonna get a flawless under eye all day. And that's my preferred method of using this. It's one of those concealers where baking will definitely benefit you. Setting it is okay, but you don't get that quite as flawless look if versus baking it. So that's just something I want you to know. I'm not wearing that today. I'm actually wearing a different concealer today, but I am wearing this today. This is the Tantour. It is a contour and bronzer. It's not broken. We're fine. It is a contour and bronzer cream. Make sure I got it on right. I just love this packaging, this thin square packaging. But anyway, it's a contour and bronzer cream. This is the shade Tan. This is the next to the darkest shade. I think this only comes in like 5 or 6 colors. And this is the next to the darkest. I think I could get away with the next shade up, like the lighter one. Because upon swatching, it works. I have it on today as my contour. It works really nice. But this can pull deep. I'm using a very light hand with it. I have to be really careful with how much I use because it definitely can pull really deep, which is a good problem to have. So I know that if I went the next shade lighter, like I wouldn't have to be as heavy-handed. I mean, I wouldn't have to be as light-handed. It's just my laziness going into play. But yeah, I'm wearing this now. This is a cream. Now, the one thing I like about this, and I talked about it before in the other video when I was using it, I love the fact that I do not have to change up my routine. One of the things about cream contour, it looks really natural. It's beautiful, but it does require a couple extra steps, and it does require a little bit more time because you have to blend that out. You have to, some people do it under their foundation. If you're setting things, you have to be careful what creams you're putting over powders. Like you have to be careful with cream contour just in terms of how you're doing it. You don't want to look a muddy mess. Like I said, you don't want to put it over some powders. Are you setting your face first? Are you not? Where we're going? It's a lot happening. However, this Tantour, I can treat it like a powder. I use actually a fluffy brush. I don't recommend using a dense brush, like a buffing brush. Even though this is a cream, do not use a buffing type of brush. A dense type of brush, you're going to put way too much on. This is a fluffy blush type of brush. Use what you would use for powder contour. honestly. And I go ahead and dip, and you can see where my brush, and I go ahead and dip, like, just the tips of the bristles. I'll show you on my hand. Just the tips of the bristles. I tapped in once. Is going to give you, look at that, enough contour. It's going to give you enough. That was just the tip of the bristles. And this shade is really, really perfect. Yes, but it'll give you enough, just the tip of the bristles. And I put this on over my powder. So I do my foundation, I do my concealer, if I'm baking, whatever. I set, y'all seen plenty of my videos, I set my whole face with powder, translucent powder press, whatever I use, I set my whole face with powder, and then I use my powder contour. That's what I do. I just replace my powder contour with this. And it just looks more natural. It's nice and airbrush and diffuse if you blend it out right. And I don't have to change any steps. And that's what I really appreciate. I get that look of cream. Granted, I can put it on concentrated and then blend it out for a more sculpted look. You can go down the nose. You can be really precise with this cream contour, with this product, but you don't have to sacrifice your time or any extra energy, if you will, like you would with a true, you guys know what I'm trying to say, with a true cream product. This actually behaves like a powder. It sets like a powder, doesn't go anywhere, and it's just a beautiful, I could deepen it up. I could be more dramatic. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done, Huda. So, yes, check that out at Sephora. Okay, then the next item I got at Sephora, I guess I'll do all the Sephora stuff, but these three I got in the same haul, if you will, same visit. This is the Natasha Danone Sunrise Palette. A little bit of background. Natasha Danone, I don't know who she is. I think she's a professional makeup artist. Her eyeshadows have this reputation of being bomb formula, like bomb.com. So bomb that people justify the $129 price point for them. With our like 15 pan palettes and stuff like that. See the way my bank account set up. I buy makeup and I buy expensive makeup, but $129 palette, I can't justify it. They are great shadows. I have used this. But let me talk about this price. So this one she came out with the Sunrise, and this is $65, which is still ridiculously expensive for an eyeshadow palette if you ask me. But it's the same price as some of my Huda Beauty palettes, and I bought those and I love those, and I'm like, okay, I spent $65 on Huda and I didn't know nothing about Huda, so you know, I really wanted to give them a try. And she didn't skimp on quality in this palette. It's just these shadows have a little less product in them, so like each shadow I want to say is around like it's like almost half of what her bigger palettes are, so that's what the price comes in, which I'm fine with. I rarely pan an eyeshadow, let alone a palette. Think I'll be fine. So I was like, this is a good way for me to try those. This is a warm palette. Let's get into the palette. Warm, it screams my name. The mattes are strong. The metallics are beautiful. I did a get ready with me using all of the matte shade, most of the matte shades. And I really do love it. I will say this, guys. I love this palette. I love this formula. And I hope no one crucifies me for this, but I understand why they're great. I'm not understanding why they're $129 great. I'm a little underwhelmed now. I'm not underwhelmed. Like if you didn't tell me like they were good, like if you didn't, like if she wasn't pumped up, the quality of these shadows was, but if you didn't tell me anything, I would say these are great eyeshadows. However, I don't think they're any more great than my great eyeshadows that I already own. You know, like my Lorac Pro formula, absolutely phenomenal. Urban Decay Born to Run formula, absolutely phenomenal. I don't feel like these are any more above those. They're great, but they're just as great as my greatest. You know what I'm saying? They're not greater than my greatest. I know. So I'm not underwhelmed because, like I said, I spent $65 on Huda, and so this goes in with that. And I spent $60 on my Lorac Mega Pro, so this is not like, oh, this is the most I've ever spent on an eyeshadow for, and I'm expecting. No. But I am a little bit like, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting superb, great. I don't even know. Like when people say good and great and pigmented and blend, I don't really know. Bottom line is, I do enjoy this palette. I do recommend it if you want to try Natasha Danone, because it's a great formula. And if you don't have a million eyeshadows like me and all your eyeshadows are crappy, go ahead. If you want to try, go ahead and try it. There are more affordable options of great eyeshadows. This color scheme is bomb. A warm shadow is bomb. Something I do want to note, there's names, you got a big mirror, but on the back here, there are these little pinholes. I did test it. If you put a pin in there that fits, something that fits, you can pop these out and put them in a palette. I'm assuming they're magnetic. I got it out, but I didn't test it on a magnetic. Yeah, so I don't know. Geared toward makeup artists, because I'm pretty sure she's a makeup artist. So, yeah, I picked that up. There we go. Not wearing it today, though. I'm wearing something else today. All right, I got 29 minutes on my SD card. Keep it rolling. But I have another SD card. All right, this was a second trip to Sephora in a whole another week. The Benefit Boing concealers were on sale for $15 at Sephora. I've heard great things from my YouTube wife. Like, she doesn't even know I exist. Although I did meet her at IMATS one year. Emily Noel 83. Love the Benefit Erase Paste. Love this Boing concealer. They reformulate or changed the name or something. And I just always knew she loved it. When I saw it on sale, I was like, well, let me see why my girl loves it. I've never really been into Benefit anyway, but like, I love a good concealer, and it was on sale, and I'm like, oh, let me go. So I picked up 2 shades of the brightening concealer. This is the one that used to be called Erase Paste. So these have that peachy undertone to them. They come in 6 shades, and they have that peachy undertone, like color correction, you know, peachy dark circle type of thing. Yeah, so I picked up shade 5 and shade 6. Shade 5 is a hair lighter than shade 6. I've worn both. Let me show you. This is shade 5. And this is shade 6. You can see that peachy melony undertone to these. You can see that, and I will say they do a great job of brightening. No, I don't want to say brightening so much, but correcting. I think the best way to wear them is how I've been wearing them, which is actually under my foundation. I have on shade 6 today underneath of my foundation. And like, I put it on, set it with a little bit of powder, and then did my whole routine, and it was like color corrector. It worked really well, but it had a little bit more coverage than a color corrector because it's like a concealer as well. So I have been enjoying those. And then I picked up, haven't used it yet, but this is the Airbrush concealer. So it's in that same line, but they were advertised as the brightening ones that I just showed you are full coverage, and these are like medium coverage. So this one is, yo, all I do is drop stuff. And I just got my fingers in it. It's not smooth anymore. Anyway, this is number 6. And this one was $15 as well. Ugh. Haven't used it yet though, but excited to. I've had $1 every time I drop something. Okay, and yeah, this was that same trip as well with the concealers. I picked up the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This is the sample size. It was $14, and this was in, you know, the when you're getting ready to check out. Love trying new setting powders, so I picked that up. I'm wearing it today. It's really nice. It evens things out. The shade is translucent deep, so it is tinted. It evens things out. Setting powders don't usually like give you any more coverage, but it definitely evens things out because I'm wearing a really bright under eye concealer, and yeah. Okay. Tried that. Let's do Ulta. So I picked up 2 Makeup Revolution Reloaded palettes, and the reason why I picked them up is they were on clearance for $3 and some change. These are normally $7, so they were about 50% off. And I picked up the Basic Mattes, which are really basic mattes. Do I need another basic matte palette? I really don't, but we're not going to get into that of what I don't need. So that's what it looks like. And I'll swatch these pretty decent. I was shocked at this black because Makeup Revolution's blacks are usually really crappy, but this one is okay. But it's just a basic matte palette, tie in with other palettes. I doubt I'll ever use it by itself because I have stronger mattes than that, but definitely can be a supplemental palette to something else. And then I picked up Visionary, which is a really pretty, I don't want to say it's plum themed. I guess purple is the strongest color in here, but yeah, just picked that up. Again, it was like $3 and some change. So added those to the Makeup Revolution collection. I think I'm gonna wear this one tomorrow. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. And then last thing from Ulta, I picked up Laura Geller is 75% off at Ulta. I don't think she's like going out of business. I don't know. Maybe she's ending her contract with Ulta. I don't really own anything from Laura Geller. I did have her Balance and Brighten bronzer thing. I gave it to my mom because it was a little light for me, but she likes it. So, but I saw this concealer. Now, Laura Geller, get your shade range together because this is medium deep and we already know this ain't medium deep. But I swatched it. This is you guys, I like it. It's a great under eye concealer. This is called the Real Deal Concealer. Check out the coverage though. Not high coverage, not maximum coverage, not full coverage. Serious coverage. I'm wearing it today. And I love this packaging, this little squeeze tube. Oh my God, it's adorable. You get 0.70 ounces in here. So you get almost a full ounce of concealer, which is an ounce. Yeah, 1 full ounce is a foundation. You get a lot and you do not need a lot. This stuff is serious coverage. It's like spackle. Like it, doesn't Laura Geller have something called spackle? Anyway, wonderful coverage. I used it in this look. I do have this look filmed. It might be before this video, it might be after this video. You'll see it. You'll see me use it. I squeezed out entirely too much. I mean, a teeny bit goes a very long way. I mean, complete coverage. I didn't even have to bake it. It's a thick cream consistency. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is bright enough for me. I love the way my under eye looks. I really love this concealer. I'm really excited about it. I like this one more than I like the Huda one, actually, because I'll have to bake this one. But it was 75% off. It was like $6. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. Love concealers and that serious coverage. I was like, sold. It says use sparingly and she ain't lying. Apply by brush or fingertip and blend lightly. Yeah, I used a beauty blender to blend it out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. You will be seeing this again. Gorge. Gorge. Ugh. Beautiful. All right, let's get into the Colourpop haul. I only picked up 3 palettes. I wanted their Honey, the yellow monochromatic palette, and I did get it, honey. We'll show that one last. But the other 2 palettes that I picked up to, I guess, complete my monochromatic collection, I think I have more. I don't know. I picked up Main Squeeze, which is the red, if you will, watermelon themed. Although I won't say watermelon themed. They have the watermelon seeds and it's watermelon themed, but there's no green. Watermelons have green. But it's supposed to be monochromatic, so it's in the red family, although you do get a cute little coppery shade there. But this is the Main Squeeze here. Pressed powder palette. Have something to say about these Colourpop palettes real quick too. This one, Blue Moon. I did get the blue one. So, yeah. I rarely make a Colourpop order. I never made a Colourpop order for one item. I'll just wait. They're always releasing something else. So I'll wait until there's like 10 things, well in this case 3, that I need to, that I want, and I'll just do an order like that. Because, yeah, I'm not paying shipping for one. So I'll wait until I have enough items for free shipping. Anyway, where was I? Blue Moon. This is the blue palette. Really pretty. These are really pretty. And then, what's on my eyes? Can you tell? Honey. The Bumblebee Honey Yellow palette. I follow Colourpop on Instagram, and I think when they came up with the green one, they were first off, they were begging Colourpop for a green one. And then Colourpop was like, we listen. Then they were begging for a yellow one. Like, they were on it. I enjoyed this palette. I enjoyed wearing it today, putting it on today. You'll see, again, in a look, I just, not threw something together, but, like, I just really played with those yellows. Yeah. I will say, this is yellow. I am a chocolate woman. A base will help you. Not saying they're not pigmented, but a base is going to bring this yellow out. You can see how it is here. A base will bring it out. They are, let me swatch the mattes. While they're good, to be honest with you, they're pigmented. They're going to show up, but they're not the most intense yellows that I own. There are some yellows in my collection that really bang it out without a base, and these aren't that. You're going to need a little bit of base. I want to mention something. Shout out to Beauty Guru Chatter on Reddit. I read them. I kind of stalk that sub. Not praying that I'm not on there, because there's support there, but that sub will rip you to shreds. They will find, like, shout out to them. They're ruthless. I kind of like reading the drama, but also they just post, like, you know, favorite videos and different things, and they discuss beauty gurus and discuss videos. So a beauty guru, this is not about the video, but a beauty guru, someone shared a video of her review on this, and she mentioned about this pressed glitter, and people are going like up in arms because this glitter is marketed, not intended for use in the immediate eye area. Warning, just letting you know now, a little rant is coming. It's not used. This is a glitter. It's a pressed glitter. Let's look at it. It's a glitter. I love glitter. Okay? I do. I press my own glitter. You guys know. Like, it's one of my most popular videos. I love glitter. People are up in arms because people are like, how dare they put a non-eye safe glitter in the middle of an eyeshadow palette? I'm going to start this on the side of the consumer. I understand. You want to buy an eyeshadow palette and be able to put everything on your eyes, and I get it. And you feel a little betrayed when you see it on the back, like, not for use in the eye area, and you're thinking, okay, I'm thinking this is like eye glitter, you know. I get it. I do. I understand, like, the frustration. However, we need to be educated as consumers. No glitter is eye safe, not even cosmetic grade glitter. The FDA does not even approve, cosmetic glitter as an additive in cosmetics. Like, they don't enforce it, obviously, but that's not on the list of approved additives. Cosmetic glitter is not. Cosmetic glitter, cosmetic grade glitter, and the difference between that and craft glitter is, if you look at it under a microscope, cosmetic glitter has softer edges, because craft glitter can really cut you up. Has softer edges. It's a different shape, usually a different material. It just depends. Craft glitter is usually made from plastic. It just, you know, there is a difference. But cosmetic grade glitter means, not FDA saying it, but like, it's safe for skin, not eye. No glitter is safe for eyes. We should not be putting glitter around our eyes. Do we do it? Yes. I'm not saying go and do it, but I'm saying, like, cosmetic glitter. If you're going to put a glitter on your eyes, this is real life. We all don't abide by the rules. Cosmetic glitter is usually the way to go. I love glitter. I put glitter on my eyes. I do glitter. I love glitter. Okay. However, if I put this glitter on my eyes, I can't sue Colourpop if something happens. And people are like, why would they put that in? And they're so upset about it. And I just want to be like, no glitter. I think there was a comment, and it was like, how can you use a non-eye safe glitter? I can't believe they would do that. And I'm like, no, glitter is eye safe. And I know a lot of people might not know that. So I'm letting you guys know, don't freak out, but need to understand that no, glitter is going to be eye safe. If there was a glitter, the company should put a disclaimer. They shouldn't. If they don't, they're trying to go around a corner, you know, or cutting one. They have to, okay? I like the idea of putting a pressed glitter in there. You don't have to put it near your eyes, you know? I mean, people do other types of looks with glitter. But this isn't new. This isn't anything new about glitter. And I know the average consumer might not know this, and I respect that. However, we cannot be ignorant as consumers. And I know a couple comments, people are upset, like, can't believe they don't care about us, blah, blah. No, I'm not saying they don't care about you, but people have this, you know, they want their brand to be their best friend next door that'll never betray them, and they'll make everything easy for them. You can't, you know, we want to just grab this eyeshadow palette, smear it all over our eyes, and not have to worry about anything, but we do have to read. And I do want to bring up that this disclaimer is not just on glitters. It's on, like, certain pigments, red pigments specifically, that the FDA does not approve for the use in the eye area. Not so much that they're bad, but they haven't been fully tested to say that they're okay. A lot of people have allergies to, like, red pigments. They stain. So a lot of that can happen. I just want main squeeze, literally what I just bought. There is no glitter in here, but maraschino, Like It's Hot, and Home Slice all have look at me, all have a star, and it says not intended for use in the eye area. Like, this is not an uncommon disclaimer. Because it's a glitter, maybe people are like, really? Non-eye safe glitter? There's no such thing as glitter. And I did read a comment and was like, well, there's some glitters that are safer. I do get that. You know, I get what you're saying, and that's true, I guess. There's not much of a risk, like cosmetic grade glitters. But But in your mind, there's some that are more, it's still glitter and it's still not safe. So at the end of the day, if Colourpop put one of those, because this is a big chunky glitter in here, but if Colourpop put one of those more safe glitters in this palette, they still would have to put that disclaimer because it's not safe. And if you used it and you got hurt from that glitter, you're going to the company, you're going to sue. That's what we do. You can't, I don't understand why we're upset. I get maybe just don't put it in, don't put that glitter in, because some people won't read, but it's not Colourpop's responsibility to say, read. You know, it's not any brand's responsibility. And I know as a consumer, I don't always read everything or read the back of everything or put everything. I don't, and I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm also, you can't, you know, people want to do the least work as possible, and I don't think reading the back of your palette is work. And I'll tell you this is, they put this pretty well because the names, like when you're looking for the shade name or like whatever, you're looking at the palette, the names have a star next to them, and you're like, oh, what's this asterisk for? Like, it's not like it's exactly hidden. There's a star next to them. You know, I don't know what else they could have done. Maybe not put that in there. I don't think it's causing that much of an uproar. I just read Reddit, and I don't think the majority of the beauty community is not on Reddit, but I don't know. I wanted to address that. Be careful. You're using at your own risk in terms of cosmetic glitter. And like I said, granted, I don't want to say it's safe. I can't say that, but we know what we do. We know what we wear. But you have to understand that Colourpop is a business. They are, I don't want to say they're covering their asses, but they're following the rules, not intended for use in the eye area. You can't get upset because something's not used. We can't get upset at that. Also, someone mentioned that, okay, well, it's marketed and labeled as an eyeshadow palette. It's not. It's labeled as a pressed powder palette. Another way a business is covering their ass. So I know that it's been marketed. I know, I'm not saying they do everything right. I'm not saying businesses are completely ethical. Hell no. Hell no. But we have to be educated as consumers, and we just have to understand a little bit more. And if you guys didn't know about glitter, I wanted to say that about glitter. I wanted to say that about glitter because I love glitter. I do. It's my favorite color, glitter. I love glitter. So yeah, don't be, you know, look at your cosmetics. Look at the back of them. If they're a good company, they will have disclaimers where the disclaimers need to be. Like the Urban Decay Electric palettes that's not intended for use in the eye area. And some shades. And people were up in arms and was like, why would they do eyeshadow? No. It's just these pigments haven't been tested. It's a legality. If you look at an Urban Decay Electric palette in the UK, it doesn't say that because they're approved there. But people are covered. It's just all about covering their asses. Businesses are not, I don't want to say they're not your friend. I don't want to say that, but we got to be more educated. We can't just be completely ignorant and wanting to just not read anything, not understand anything, and just expect the company to do all the work for us. And they're not. They're going to do what makes them money and what's, you know. I'm off my soapbox, but I just wanted to say that I'm still against craft glitter on your skin at all, near your eyes. Hell no. And use cosmetic glitter at your own risk. Make sure it's pretty. So that's my haul, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, feel free to leave it down below. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.